Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan, and this is Evan, and today we're going to be talking about diversity and inclusion.
We acknowledge that this is a predominantly white space, and we want to urge you all to understand your positionality to increase the fluidity of the conversation and to respect the positions of others. So our talking piece is a sticky note, and as we go around, I ask you to think of one defining characteristic or something that you identify yourself with. This can be as specific or vague as you want it to be, and then write it on the sticky note and maybe share a little something about why you chose that word.
I chose the word unique. I put honest.
I ended up putting woman.
I put down introverted.
I think I spelled it wrong, but I wrote hilarious because I think it's really funny.
Towards the end of high school, I was involved in a lot of things, and I knew everyone because I went to a small high school, and so I definitely felt included.
It's kind of hard to pinpoint something because I feel like I've lived a life that's been very privileged of being included in a lot of things.
This class, actually, I feel comfortable with everyone here, and as an introvert, usually one-on-one makes me uncomfortable, but if I had to sit down and have a meal with any one of you, I think I'd feel pretty happy.
For example, I guess is when I'm with younger children and the way that they look up to you, that makes me feel really special.
Yeah, I think exclusion comes from new environments, and there could very easily be inclusion if you just knew the person or knew your common interests, or in a group setting as well. But I think exclusion comes from a wall of just not knowing the other group or person.
With the whole government policy thing right now, I understand that I'm white and therefore I have such a privilege and my voice is heard a lot more than others in the government, but I feel like so many people in the country we're kind of being excluded, our voices aren't really being heard.
Being open to learning and making mistakes, I think, is really important. Especially there's so much new language, Evan was saying, terminology that I'm not familiar with. And I don't when I misgender somebody, I don't do it intentionally, and it's just a mistake. And I guess being diverse and inclusive is just realizing that people are gonna make mistakes and moving past it.
I want to acknowledge that with that, if I see just a whole this is not necessarily a diverse group, but it's we're able to have a diverse breadth of experiences.
It was people stayed where they wanted to be and where everything was. So if you go back to the South now, there's still a lot of white people where there was a lot of slavery. And here, if you look at times now too, it's always white neighborhoods or black neighborhoods or this other culture. People stick with their own people and they don't want to mingle and get with other people because they either don't understand them or they don't trust them, or they're thinking about stereotypes.
That's acknowledging privilege, being my white skin and my white skin that is not separate from historical white skin is the reason people of color are still oppressed, and that shouldn't influence white silence or white guilt or white tears, but rather action.
My grandma, who came from the Caribbean, and her family's very poor, and when she moved, I think in the Caribbean she was not considered, I think, a black Carib, because she was mixed too. But when she came here, I think she was considered black, and she, I think, participated in the civil rights movement. And even today, she has dementia and she has paranoia, and she has all these delusions about people having bad thoughts about her and trying to hurt her. But my mom points out that some of it is real, and that is she's not wrong about people having bad thoughts about her, having prejudices about her because of her background.
It is hard to
I can commit to
Emphasizing the importance of IGR classes.
Sharing and not comparing.
We'll actively say hi to people and try to meet new people throughout our college experience, and surround ourselves with more learn from more experiences.
Broadly speaking, we could all commit to inclusivity
listening, not always speaking.
Yeah.
I can commit to that.
Anything else? We're about at time. Okay, we'll call that done. Thank you guys for participating.
I'm gonna take a picture of it. Wait, sorry, it's really quiet.